Hi guys, welcome back to our Pump Passport series where we rate gyms across the country. Today we are at Compound Lifting Club here in San Diego. This is my bestie Christina. She's gonna be joining us for a sexy upper body day. Today we're gonna be rating a few things about this gym to include the cleanliness, the vibe, the equipment, the people there, the drinks and snacks, lighting, posing, all of the above, everything that you need to know about a gym so that you can have the best workout there or not.
Katie drags me here every day at 6 a.m. I do really love Compound Lifting Club. The staff's super friendly. It seems like the etiquette's pretty on par for people like putting their weights away and cleaning up after themselves. So yeah, we'll talk to you more when we get inside.
Yeah, this is our home gym. So this is the gym that I go to the most. This is actually my favorite gym in San Diego, which is why it's my home gym. But I have really great things to say about this gym. So one thing I love about this gym is there is pretty much always parking. Sometimes we do have to get a little creative with our spots here. We'll be lining up on the sides of the walls. But there is like a small parking lot just around the corner when it does get super duper full, which has been pretty rare. I think it's only happened like 3 times ever.
Yeah, mostly coming during peak hours. I'm still able to find a spot in the lot or at least along the wall.
We rate parking a 9 out of 10.
I was gonna say 9 to 10. And the only reason it's not 10 out of 10 is sometimes you have to be able to do a long jump in case it rains and you have to jump over the big flood right in front of the door.
Yeah, it's not optimal. The check-in area, I love it because there's 2 spots to check in, never any traffic really, and they have the pricing very clearly listed here. So for a monthly member, it's $110, but for military,
I choose to go with the military annual payment, and so it's $800 for the year or like $66 a month for military.
but if you pay month to month, it's $95. So it's nice that they give that discount. Love that. If you are a personal trainer here, they do charge a fee. If you're filming yourself, they don't charge a fee. But if you do bring in an outside videographer or photographer, the owner charges $100 per client. So that's just something to keep in mind, but you can film yourself for free, so that's cool. I think I'd rate the pricing about an 8 out of 10 just because this gym doesn't have like an insane amount of amenities, and I'm rating this as the average person. To be honest, I think it's 100% worth my money, but I love the gym. I'm here all the time, so I kind of am a little bit biased.
I do really like the contactless check-in on the iPads, especially when we're coming in at 6 in the morning. I just want to smile and say hi and keep it moving. I really love this area. I walk over here every single morning. I walk through the doors, I come straight to the fridge, and then I get to pick from one of this awesome options for morning pre-workouts or energy drinks. And sometimes I need to like actually feed myself an emergency protein shake. But they have a really wide variety, and frankly, they're not like overcharging for, you know, single purchases. So I really love this part.
They also have Simply G meals too. So if you don't love meal prepping, this is something super sick. You can just pick up your meals here like right after the gym. I think that this whole area is really cool. Compound is kind of like a social club because everyone here is like friends. There's a ton of influencers here and people who film their workouts, which is super nice to just connect with other people who do the same thing as you do. So we're here a lot and it's cool to just hang out in this space. We rate this section a 8 out of 10 only because Alpha Land has their own restaurant inside, and that's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. So we're giving it an 8.
No beef with the fridges, but if there were like a smoothie bar, we'd be through the roof.
Yes. Okay, so today we're gonna be hitting upper body. Compound has literally the most insane upper body machines and weird exercises. So we're gonna show you all of them and one lower body exercise that I'm obsessed with. Okay, so Compound has an elite warm-up area. Not only do they have this space over here, but they also have a long area of turf over there as well in case this space is full. So I am religious about my shoulder warm-ups after years of neglect during powerlifting. So I'm gonna show you my favorite shoulder warm-up so that you guys can have healthy little labrums. Okay, so I just do 10 right here, just 10, okay? And then I go like this, go all the way back, and I really stretch my pec a little bit too, and then I just bring it back 10 times. I've really progressed this exercise. I used to only be able to do it with 5 pounds, but now I use 10. My bodywork guy says that I am too strong to regularly stretch and I need to load it. So if you guys are stretching and not seeing the results that you should be from stretching, try loading, like load your lunges, load your pec stretches. It helps so much. In my backpack, I have my own little supplement store. So every day we start off with a little bit of pre-workout, and I just keep my creatine gummies in here because it's super easy and I don't have to remember to take it later. But Christina's obsessed with them.
Yeah, 5-second rule.
You can have 5 of these. They taste really good, like kind of like the Sour Patch candy, the watermelon kind. It's exactly what this kind tastes like. I really like the blue raspberry too.
I prefer to mix them.
Yeah, you don't need these gummies. Like, these are more expensive than regular creatine monohydrate, but creatine is like the best supplement you could possibly take, so don't sleep on it. Okay, so this is one of the best fly machines I've ever experienced. It's so versatile, and it doesn't have like the pull right in your face. My favorite thing to do is warm up with rear delts because those are my weak points. So what we do over here is actually not the traditional like this, but I sit sideways, like side saddle, reach over, really get that stretch, and then just bring it to 90 degrees. Yeah.
I usually need Katie to help me find 90 degrees.
I prefer single arm exercises, single leg exercises when I have the time. If you don't have a ton of time, just do double. But single arm, I love the isolation. I found that after years of powerlifting, I had a lot of imbalances. So this is how I'm correcting those. You're doing so good. I know, she's gotten really strong. So Christina is just like my bestie who, you know, I was like, I never see you. Like, I want to see you more often, but she's in the military and we have no time in the military and I'm a workaholic. So we compromise and every day at 6 a.m. we work out and yap. Like, we really yap, okay? But we have pretty intense workouts and honestly, byproduct of this, she's gotten really strong. Okay, this is called the standing multi-flight machine. This is like the sickest machine ever just because it's so adjustable. So you can get the optimal pump. Shoulders, let's go. Okay, so I need a little more range of motion this way. So then I just come here, change that baby up. Okay, don't put that in. This machine is by Panada. I give it a 7 out of 10, mostly because it's really effective, but I personally prefer doing lateral raises with dumbbells.
I really like the movement of this machine, but to be honest, it's a little overwhelming to approach it without Katie. So I usually avoid it as someone who wouldn't want to set the machine up myself. I do watch her, but if it's not already ready to go for the lateral raise, I usually walk away.
It's a little complicated. Okay, so I've actually never used this machine before because my triceps are overdeveloped, but I want to show you guys. Ooh, weird.
Okay, let's see about this Gymleco tricep press. Okay.
Oh, I see your triceps working, girl.
You can see my tricep?
Yes!
She can see my triceps. Okay, it feels smooth. It's nice. The grip is a little weird. And you can't adjust the width. So, I mean, you guess you just got to be built perfect. Considering I have nothing to measure it against, I'll say 8 on smoothness and 8 on smoothness.
Okay, so I think like a solid metric to compare this to would be a tricep dip. So now that I'm at the right height, thank you, Andrew, for teaching me how to set this up. I think my arms are just too short because the range of motion is really lacking. Like, ideally, I would want to push down and then extend fully, and I just can't do that with this machine. So this is getting a 3 out of 10 from me. Don't love it. This gym review is a little biased because I just have a few machines here that I'm absolutely obsessed with. This is an 11 out of 10 for me. The Panada, like, single arm row, sex. It's sex. It's like just so easy to adjust. It just makes sense. You can even adjust your grip the way you're holding it. I love it.
As someone who frequently films her morning workouts, I really appreciate the aesthetic of this setup because you can get really great angles of her back. And then also the artistic view coming from the rear view over here. I mean, just look at that.
Okay, any good back day has a horizontal row and a vertical row. I really love Compound's machine setup too. Like, look, there's 3 of these. That's amazing. This gets a fucking 10 out of 10. just because like it's so nice to never have to wait for a row machine.
I like to call this one full reliable. I really like that this gym has different grip options, so you can't go wrong with those mag grips. They're awesome. And then there's a whole bunch of different options for grips over here. And I just appreciate that people are pretty respectful. You can usually find a pair pretty simple. It could be more organized. 7 out of 10 for organization, 8 out of 10 for options.
A little disorganized. I give this a 7 out of 10, mostly because they're everywhere, but there's a lot of them. Okay, this is the best thing ever. I love a combo rack. Now, Compound has plenty of squat racks. I will say during peak hours, sometimes this is not an adequate amount of squat racks, but like I come at 6 a.m. when no one's here, so I love it. This combo rack is amazing. They have kilo plates, and this little area is only for powerlifters, which is super nice because then people don't fuck up the kilo plates. The sick part about combo racks is like everything is adjustable. Oh my God, I'm in love. You can also squat on here. You just remove the bench and then you put the barbell up here and you just move it to your right height. Like powerlifting is just, I love it.
To be honest with you, I don't like kilos because it just visually makes it look like I'm not doing anything. But I get that the rest of the world uses this standard of measure. But I do like pounds, so at least my 10-pound weight looks like I'm pushing something.
Okay, so I coached Christina's bench up, and now her form is really mostly immaculate. So she sets up, she has her rear delts pinned on the bench, her legs are ready, and then she pushes herself under the bar by using leg drive, keeping that back really tight. She shifts her wrists forward so her knuckles are to the sky and uses her lats to unrack the bar herself. Slowly lowers to the base of her chest and then presses up. So strong. Good.
We're trying here.
One more. One thing Christina low-key forgets to do is during powerlifting, you want to hold your breath throughout the rep. With bodybuilding, you want to breathe out as you push out, but with powerlifting, you want to maintain as much intra-abdominal pressure as possible. So don't, and then breathe in between.
Katie, who benches 336, has asked me to show you all how to bench. I love that for me.
I'm just gonna warm up with this and then we can work our way up.
Also, she told me about the etiquette of putting the plate number and words facing inward. I guess it's a thing. That's a strong looking little blueberry. Setup with the inward outward thing is all about being able to read how much weight is on the bar.
Well, this is like how you do it in competition, and because I used to compete, like you want all training variables to be as close as possible to the day. So I don't know, I always load it like this. Benching is such a spiritual experience for me. Like benching feels to me like breathing. Like no other exercise feels this way to me. Like it makes me honestly happier than anything else.
Gosh, what even?
So I don't really bench anymore. I don't powerlift anymore because my ribs were like dislocating, and obviously loading that up makes it worse. Sometimes when I lift really heavy, they dislocate again, but sometimes I like to treat myself by just doing it anyway, and then I just go right to the chiropractor after the gym. Not bad, because I have not done this in like a year and a half, so.
That's more than a lot of men.
But please look at the smile. Like honestly, check out the smile. How happy she is to do this.
Dude, nothing feels like benching 300 pounds feel.
Me can see what Katie listens to when she pushes hard. Crazy about me. Love that. Is this a good song?
I like it. I don't know.
Wait, you listen to orchestra music when you're pushing 300 pounds?
What can I say? Okay.
I love it.
I got the rage in here. I have to calm myself down actually when I lift really heavy, because I am very intense on the inside, and if I'm really intense externally, I'm like too crazy. So I calm myself down as much as possible so that I can do every lift methodically, because if you're like going into a lift and you're like, your form is not going to be absolutely perfect. And if you want to push max weight, you need your form to be absolutely optimal, because your strength is never going to overcome physics, okay? Okay, for me, it's like a 9, 10 out of 10. I don't know, like try not to rate things too high, but I just love it so much. But I just love it because it's a bench. Like, is it the best bench I've ever been on? Also yes, because a lot of compound racks are really floppy and really like janky, and they move around a lot. And when you're lifting your max weight, you do not like that feeling, even if it is safe, even if it is stable. It doesn't feel amazing.
If I were gonna do a traditional bench, that's a traditional bench, right?
Yeah.
I would probably go to one of the other machines that Compound has on the other side by the barbells and the dumbbells, only because it seems like there's easier adjustment, but there's also fewer adjustment options. So optimal elite lifters,
Oh my God,
right
there's
here.
no adjustment options, and the bench is too short.
Okay.
The bench is too short over
She
there.
has T-Rex arms. So
No, it's too low to the ground. We gotta show them. Come on.
all right, so I actually prefer these because, well, like you just lay down and then you just put the bar where you need to go. There's 4 of them, and we're usually not here where like the traffic is high. So for the number of times I'm coming to the bench, this is fine for me.
Okay, no, hammer strength, get fucked, literally fuck you. This is way too close to the ground, and I'm 5'4", I'm short, and I'm saying this is too close. Your leg angle is not optimized for maximum leg drive. Like, not only that, who the fuck? No, wrong. These hooks are always the wrong height, but that's like at any gym. Any gym you go to, the hooks are the wrong height. It's never right. And look at this, look, okay? Not only is this actually like pretty decent for me, but imagine you wanted a bench like this, okay? How the fuck am I supposed to unrack it in a straight way? No, you have to destroy your fucking rotator cuff and your labrum and push at a diagonal. Like, this is, it's heinous, it's horrible. I hate it. It makes me
Shout out
want to
to
gag
hammer
before.
strength.
Before they got the compound rack, I literally would drag one of these Rogue benches. Do you see this? Adjustable, wheelable Rogue bench. I would drag it all the way to the other side of the gym and set up in the squat rack. That's how much I despise these hammer strength bench. I would wait maybe 30 minutes to an hour for this to bring it over there. And then I would have to wait for the squat rack. No, heinous. 0 out of 10 for these. And like, all right, like 8 out of 10 for the compound rack because there's only one. But it's so good though. It's like the best compound rack I've ever had. So I'm a standard preacher girl myself. I really prefer free weights when it comes to hitting upper body, but I'm gonna try this machine for you, okay? And I prefer it because most of the time my arms are not built for the machines. Okay, not bad. Let me up the weight a little. Oh. Okay. I'm kind of into it. That's like all the goodness of a preacher girl without any of the setup, which is nice. And it's like very easily adjustable. Okay, hammer strength. You have a good preacher curl. Your bench is dog shit though, and that makes me hate you.
I don't even think I can do that.
Well, it's adjustable, so you
I'll
can
try.
do it.
All right, approach the bench. Do the boobs go above or below?
I don't know, I don't have
Ow.
any. I don't have any, so let me know. For me, the pecs went below.
I mean, I guess it's fine. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't hate it, I don't love it. It would be like I would do it if Katie made me. I would not walk up and do it by myself, like for no reason. Please do not put this in my programming. The actual like machine itself though, it's smooth. It's not like jittery or shaky or anything.
Yeah.
I have no restriction to the movement, which is really what we care about. All right, Katie, what do you think of the smell of compound?
Okay, so honestly, sometimes it does get a little rancid in here. Just because like the AC is not always on, and when there's a lot of people in here, it's not amazing. But I would say most of the time, like, smell is very neutral. It doesn't smell good, it doesn't smell bad. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say I've been to gyms where like it stinks, like straight up. I would never classify compound as stinky. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
AC usage in here, 4 out of 10. In the summertime, I just don't think AC should be intermittent. I really don't fuck with that, but primarily that's because like when I get really hot, I get really dizzy and pass out. So it's not amazing to try to lift when I'm blacking out. Compound, one thing that's great about it, has a ton of cable options. So not only do you have cables on cables on cables, like I think 12 sets over there, but you also have dual cable cross. We have 2 of them. So that's super cool just because these are like so versatile, from glute kickbacks to triceps to chest to rear delts. We out here doing cables. They have this little ball that you can grab onto, and it just like, I prefer it over here because you can adjust the height super smooth and make sure that you're really getting that full extension.
I like this machine because it's pretty self-explanatory and intuitive to adjust. From 6 a.m. to about 8 a.m., the gym's not that packed. I usually will also come in the evenings, like after 7 or 8 p.m., and it's usually similar to this. So I like coming, my schedule precludes me from coming during everyone else's peak hours, so the mornings and the afternoons are manageable, and I usually don't have to wait for anything.
I give this machine a 10. I don't think, no, I give it a 9 because sometimes these are full, which is not amazing, but like the machine itself, by free motion, an absolute 10.
Yeah, I can't think of another similar type of machine setup that works better or more effectively for what we're using it for, both triceps or kickbacks, so 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay, so the vibes in here are amazing. Like I said before, this is basically a social club. I really love the people who go here, and I love the aesthetic. The black and white makes it super easy to stand out when you're filming, which is obviously important so we can connect.
I appreciate the music. They do a pretty good job of keeping it like loud, so if you forget your headphones, I don't feel like I need to go home because I can't work out. Sometimes it can be a little bit loud, so you just got to turn the headphones up. Or if you're like Katie and I and you're coming to just yap with each other, it might be a little too loud for the yapping. But
yeah, sometimes it can be overwhelmingly loud, but most of the time it's like pretty good.
they usually play hip hop, rock sometimes, but all of it's pretty workoutable too.
Yeah.
And I'm a music snob, so I'm usually fine. It's not off-putting.
I give the vibes an 8.5 out of 10.
I like the vibes in here. I'll go 9 out of 10.
Okay, so we already did our back exercises, but I just wanted to show you guys like how sick these back machines are. They have this entire row of just really unique back machines. So from this T-bar row, where you like bend over, you can do a single arm or double. I love this machine because I hate to set up a T-bar row situation. So this is definitely like an 8.5 out of 10. The only reason it's not 10 is because it is like a little bit weird. Like it's slightly not the perfect angle, but like I said, a lot of influencers, am I right?
Okay, low-key, I changed it to 10 out of 10 because I walked away thinking, what would I change about it, or what machine would be a better T-bar, like rowing to the back? And I can't think of anything, so 10 out of 10. I like this room because the lights are super cute, but we are not cycling girlies.
Yeah, so this isn't a posing room, but that's what I use it for because no one's barely ever in here because I don't take classes in here. And so this mirror and these rainbow lights are very cool. If you're a cycler, this would probably be good for you, but
if you're into cycling, this is actually a great room because they have the fan that comes on when you come in here. It's above. We don't need to show you. There's a fan. It's nicely ventilated, and yeah, I just think it's pretty. Oh yeah.
It smells like depression in here. It smells like hours on the Stairmaster and fucking tilapia in here. So Compound's posing room is pretty next level. It has multiple areas for you to practice your posing. People consistently are all up in here in their underwear, practicing for whatever bodybuilding competition they have next, myself included, except I wear a bathing suit because I'm not trying to have my cheeks out like that. But it's cool because they have this mirror right here, so you can like see your back as you're flexing to make sure you look maximum amount of absolutely jacked and cool. But this was really helpful. Like the space is really long, so I learned how to walk in my heels in here, and I just did laps back and forth until I looked like a lady slay. So I give their posing room 10 out of 10. So there are a few nearby food joints, none of which I would ever go to, like Carl's Jr., this Tio Leo's Mexican restaurant. Like I'm just not in the mood for Mexican after lift. I do frequently DoorDash. Like when I start my cardio, I'll DoorDash food so that as soon as I'm done with my cardio, it is at the front desk. Super sick. I love the locker room situation in Compound. We're gonna show you. This is the guys' room because Andrew's a boy, so he's gonna take you in there. Okay, come on in. We double checked. No one is in here. No one is naked. So the girls' bathroom is super cool. They have like tampons and Q-tips and hair ties, which we love. I love their lockers because they automatically have locks on them, so you don't have to bring your own. I think that's really huge. Like, I'm not trying to carry around a lock all the time. That's insane behavior. And the lighting's pretty good, so if you want to take some good selfies in here, like, you can. Also, love the Dyson hand dryers. It's giving bougie. And then there are showers if you want to get ready for work here. So that's super cool. Locker rooms, I give a 7 out of 10, just because I've been to gyms where they have like blow dryers, curlers, mouthwash, anything you need deodorant. So I love it. It has the basics, but nothing crazy.
That's right. I give it 9 out of 10 for cleanliness, but 7 out of 10 for bathroom vibes. I've just been to some gyms with like, shout out to Savage in Vegas.
Okay, so they just put in this sauna, which is why there's like that interesting gap there. I personally never used it because there are so many rules. I just want to go into a sauna immediately post-workout. Like, you have to wear flip-flops, you can't wear tennis shoes, limit fragrances. Literally everyone here wears perfume. I don't know. It's like a whole thing, and I'm just not gonna do that. So I give this like a 5 out of 10.
I think it's great that they have a sauna. I also am not a sauna girly because I'm a lash girly, and those two things don't go together.
Thank you guys so much for working out with us. I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything that we're not rating that you want us to rate, or any gym that you want to see us rate, drop that below in the comments. Overall, I freaking love this gym. I have so many great things to say about it. I give it an 8.4 out of 10.
Totally. This is our home gym. You gotta love it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it 8.7 out of 10. I think we need to go to Vegas.
Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and I hope you have the best day ever.